Hello, tutor and classmates. Today, I'm going to present my research and as required from the guide for the task 5. My name is Andrés Felipe García Botero. I've been like working with the Synap space, as in my practical scenario where I have to give classes and provide materials for students from 10th grade. And this has been a really good experience for the virtual environment experience, like teaching them and creating material for the tutor from the practice. So it is a really good experience that I'm living, and I really appreciate what I'm learning through the course and what I learned through this virtual experience as well, and how to develop classes with them to enhance their English learning process. Okay, so the main characteristic of my students for this research are students, like I said before, from 10th grade for the CNEP environment practice scenario. They are among 15 and 30 years, I think, kind of. And so we are going to try to develop and apply something related with materials where they have an interaction with the language. So here I'm going to present the overview about my research, which is, give me 1 minute. Okay, so here I have, let me just share my screen. Okay. Okay, here. The name of the research is How Speaking Activities Provide Confidence to Increase Communicative Skills When Learning English. This part is really important because the students from the CNEP, they are very shy. Sometimes they tend to be, like they don't feel like they can speak because they are afraid of mistake. And the problem in this type of contest is related that the students, when studying, they tend to be afraid or have panic when they are asked to speak in English. Most of them don't like to try, they don't trust in themselves when speaking, and they lack, confidence when speaking, and they don't feel comfortable and good enough because of mistaking. So the research question about how interactive activities such as debates or speaking sessions or trying to have an interaction with notes tools like AI can develop those strategies or those communicative skills in English is really important to develop the learning process. The theoretical authors we have here are, for example, Rebecca Osborne from 2017, where teaching and learning new strategies focus on improving the speaking skills is important through real content contest interactions. Also, Neurasia from 2021, English speaking skills through videos, where students, for example, in this type of context that is virtual, they have the opportunity to have interaction and listen, and at the same time learning new vocabulary. And as teachers, as future teachers, we are encourage them to speak and feel comfortable, providing interactual and real life material to enhance and improve, at the same time, different skills like speaking. Also, We have Palacio from 2010, where it says that strategies to help ESL students to improve their communicative competence in classes are based on providing real life materials, different strategies where they feel confident to speak. So it's important, like I said before, working with the tutor, for example, in debates, pushing students to challenge themselves to speak is important during the classes. During my experience and as a real life observation, I can say that they have, a commitment, or they are really motivated when you provide material and you make them feel comfortable about speaking. So trying to use different strategies like this, like talking with your tutor or doing some role play, trying to speak with AI, today in our daily basis, we are used to speak with technology or computers or cell phones. So probably could be used it as well to improve English speaking skills. Because at the same time, when you listen, you can interact and have a feedback, a constant feedback of what you're saying. Okay, let's move on with the objectives. The objectives with this, for the problem that we just experiment with this type of contest, is to analyze the integration of those strategies about with the speaking sessions. Like I said before, we can have different things that we can apply with this type of environment. As I said, I share with my students some classes in English, some videos, and they can have a real interaction with the language. To evaluate the effectiveness this tool can have when practicing English during classes, you can ask the students can explore and can express themselves to feel comfortable during the activity. So it's important to have everything organized and provide meaningful experiences with them. Okay, as a research result, we have the aim of this development is to have more confidence with the students when expressing in English, and also to increase their participation during classes without making mistakes or having fear about what they're saying. So the results are expected to encourage fluency and accuracy when using English in real life contexts. So the main aim with this project, with this research, is to provide motivation and give students and allow them to feel comfortable when speaking. As a teacher in progress or as a teacher in training, during my experience, I can say that you can provide that to students. You can motivate them to make them feel good, to make them feel like themselves and don't feel ashamed if other students are making fun of them, because sometimes that could be related to not to speak. And so you have to provide those tools when they can share or we can share together and encourage them to push themselves and be challenging to speak and to improve themselves about interacting with the language. So that was it for today. Thank you, tutor, for your attention. Thank you for the learning from this process. Thank you for your help. Thank you for everything. And I hope this video fits you well for the development of the research. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop recording. Okay.